Hey guys, so like 46 or 47 days ago, we had the Breath of the Wild trailer at the Game Awards 2016. Now, beyond some towns and some footage of the woman we know now to be Zelda, we also got some footage of some building with what appeared to be a horse's head on the top. Now, we have had a lot of theories around the internet about what this is. However, Nintendo has finally gone on and confirmed it. Now, before I go on to the new video, let's go over some of the stuff we had before, and then we'll talk about the new information. On the front of the building, in Hylian, the building actually also has a sign that says stable. It's quite difficult to see, but thankfully, someone over on Reddit managed to take the footage from the trailer and use the Hylian text from A Link Between Worlds and translate it. Other than that, it's really just a big building with a gigantic horse head on the top. Due to this, there were a lot of theories about it. The theory that I personally believed was the one that this would be a rental location. You know, Link would walk up to the building, ask for a horse, and rent one out, or maybe even buy one for rupees. This would have meant that there would have been many of this building around Hyrule, and that it would be a good way for getting horses without having to hunt one down and tame it. But now we know that this is not the case. Not too long ago, Nintendo had a Treehouse live session, and in this Treehouse live session, a lot was confirmed about how this building, and the horse mechanics in general, works. First off, we will see some footage of Link taming a horse. One way to tame the horse, which is apparently the easiest way, is to sneak up behind it with a crouching walk and climb straight on. Another way, which apparently is a bit more tricky, but it also looks a whole lot more rewarding, is to jump straight onto the horse's back from the air. Nate couldn't quite pull that off though, and it appears that the horses have no problem with hitting or even kicking Link. After mounting the horse, Link has a couple of different options available to him. The L button is used to soothe the horse. Basically, a wild horse is unlikely to respond well to Link, and won't follow his directions, while after a lot of soothing and befriending, a horse is much more likely to follow commands and will even stay on the roads if no directions are given. When the horse is soothed, there's also a glowing pink effect around its head, which is kinda cool. One other thing is that apples, and probably other food, can be given to animals to help tame them. In the treehouse footage, Nate tried to give an apple to his horse, but a dog ate it first and started following Link around, which is a nice touch. Otherwise, pulling back on the control stick is the "Whoa" button, which makes the horse stop suddenly, I'm assuming. The A button is the "Yeah" footage, which works pretty much the same as it does in other games, especially Twilight Princess, with the spurs representing the number of yas Link has left. One other thing worth noting is the number of spurs is determined by the stats of the horse. For example, this horse, from a different clip from the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Facebook page, has 4 spurs, while the horse from the treehouse footage has only 2. According to Nate, the difficulty with catching and taming a horse has something to do with the stats, so it's interesting to see the risk-reward involved with horse catching. One other thing now, and this is information from the Outskirts stable, is that there is a man there who claims he saw a white horse, which is apparently actually the horse of the royal family, and it's also apparently some form of a side quest to register this horse and then speak to the man again. So that is interesting. Anyway though, onto the stables. Aonuma tells us that there are a number of them scattered around the land, and we already have some footage of a couple of different ones. The one from the treehouse is known as the Outskirts stable, while the one from the Facebook video is known as the Riverside stable. It's interesting to see how there are a number of these around, but it's also quite useful as well. The stables have 2 purposes. Firstly, they're actually inns. While not explicitly confirmed, we can assume that they can heal Link, as long as you have enough rupees. Next up is the building's primary function, a stable. Link can bring tamed horses to a stable, and they will actually, for the apparent price of 20 rupees, give the horse a locally made saddle and bridle, as well as telling Link the stats of a horse, and allowing Link to name it. Each horse has a number of stats to them. Strength, speed, and stamina are all ranked out of 5 stars. While I don't know exactly which, either strength or stamina refers to the number of spurs, though it's probably stamina. Next, there is the temperament, or in other words, personality. For example, this horse is wild, while this one is gentle. The other bar is bond, which probably refers to how much the horse trusts you and has been soothed, and how well it will follow commands. Anyway though, that's all I've really got for you today. That's all I could really gather from this footage. Are you guys excited for the Breath of the Wild horses? Leave in the comments. And while you're there, don't forget to like and share the video. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to me for some more video game music themed videos from The Gamer Musician.